This is Dabu7 with an earthquake update. We have had a significant earthquake strike northeast of Oklahoma. As you can see here, they list a 5.6 that struck roughly 100 minutes ago, followed by a 2.9 and a 3.6. The 2.9, very shallow. The 3.6, even more shallow, coming in at only 2 kilometers when it comes to depth. Oklahoma, known for the fracking quakes that they've been dishing out here recently. And look at this. The 5.6, very shallow at a 2.0. Like I said, this is in an area where fracking has become the norm. And if you zoom in here, you're going to see that this hits right on the Arkansas River, right on a massive bend. Now, usually when I see activity like this, it's off the Mississippi or Ohio, very close to the New Madrid. And what is unique about the New Madrid is it has a big loop similar to this, where we've seen quakes hit before. Right there on the waterway. You can see the big curve here, big loop on the waterway. This is where this 5.6 has hit. Now, it doesn't look like it hit directly on like a fracking well or anything like that. When you zoom in, it looks like somebody's property. I'm not sure what's going on here in terms of what they're doing. Maybe some kind of something going on here, but all of Oklahoma at this point, you back out all these areas, just nothing but fracking going on. Very shallow quakes have been happening, and now a significant quake in Oklahoma that has been felt by a lot of people. Now, I want to point out a few things. Since this quake, look what's happened. Soon as this quake hit, the big one, 5.6, soon as it hit in Oklahoma, look what we have here, a 3.8 hitting south of Yellowstone in Wyoming. Right there. Now, this is in the same vicinity that we saw a big quake hit the other day, which raised some eyebrows because this is just south of Yellowstone. Is this magma on the move? And with this big quake in Oklahoma hitting and then this one popping off right afterwards, are they connected faults underground? And here we can see another 5.6 quake is hit 10 hours ago. This is right offshore California. There was a smaller one that hit right here, roughly a magnitude 3 before this happened. That may have been a foreshock telling of what was to come here with this quake. But some decent quake activity today, as you can see here. And there was also a 4.3 that hit down here in the Puerto Rico Virgin Islands region. And, last night I was watching, and I'm not going to say that this is a massive, massive quake in terms of damage, but I want people to look at something here. Anytime this ridge, Mid-Atlantic ridge, starts to see a lot of action, you need to pay attention. It looks like Italy is still swarming. They've been hit with at least a 4.5 aftershock. Easter Island was hit with a 5.1. We get an update here. We back out one more time. I want to see where this other quake hit. Southwest of the Indian Ridge. And interesting. Up here above Iceland. Now, Iceland, they've been talking about the Ketla volcano possibly blowing. It has had activity, earthquake activity, around its base. And right now, in terms of the United States, a lot of people feeling these quakes that popped off, especially the one that just hit Oklahoma. Like I said, there's been some aftershocks. The further west you go, when it comes to these quakes, they don't reverberate through the ground as far. When you get out here toward Oklahoma and toward the Midwest, the East Coast, the quakes are felt over a much further distance. But that's a look at the quake activity here. I keep a heads up for any activity up here in the Pacific Northwest. Juan de Fuca, We're going to watch this area south of Yellowstone for real. Keep an eye on this. And hopefully they don't get any larger than this. This is the biggest quake I've ever seen in Oklahoma, a 5.6, and it's right there in fracking country. So anyone that's been paying attention, you shouldn't be surprised so much. Let's just hope these things don't start getting bigger and bigger. This was felt in Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and 4 states, at least. All right, guys. Till next time, this has been Dabu7. Make sure to check out our sponsor, Essential Drugstore. I'll leave links in the description box. This has been Dabu7. Peace.